Here we are in Photoshop. So you can follow the tutorial with the files, you know, we use in the tutorial. Yeah, in the description below. Just click on the description and you get those files that we use for this tutorial, and then you can follow the tutorial as we begin. So click on create new to create new canvas for our work. So what we're going to, the size of our work, the width, um, is 1,200, and the height is going to be, yeah, the height is going to be 1,350. So we're using pixels, and the orientation to be portrait. Also make sure that you click on this artboard, yeah, when you're just following the tutorial. You might not click on it, but for the case, because of this tutorial, we're just gonna click on it. The resolution, at least we'll always make it 300, and the color mode is, well, this is RGB, background content to be white. So if you've done that, just click create. Then you have this size. You can see the size is like, you know, the same size of the flyers that we're gonna work on. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna place the flyer that we're working on. We're gonna work on in this place. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to File and place Embedded. Good. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna just put it at this left side and click. Okay. So to be very easy for us to follow as we are working on it. So what we're going to do now is, first step, the first step is, let me just bring the background in to Photoshop. Let's bring the background into Photoshop. Okay, I'm going to grab the background. And I'm going to bring it to Photoshop. So just increase it. And bring it down. Okay, good. So the next thing we are going to do is we're going to work on this, the title of the flyer. So we're going to use some effects to make it to blend with the background, the like the water, those effects. We just go with it, and I think that's it. The tricks or the tips for this tutorial, that's the main thing we're learning in this tutorial. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pick your text tool and just type something like abundance. Abundance. Okay. Yeah. Go to property, change the color to white. Group. I'm going to reduce the size by pressing down my shift and dragging the edge. So the font we're using, font is Length Sans. Understands? Yes, the font we're using. So let's use this space between them to be minus 75. Just increase it. Let's use minus 50. Okay, I think minus 50 is okay. And also we're gonna type brace. Right. The font we're using for brace is Arial font. We're gonna use bold. So we're gonna reduce the space in between to be minus 75. Yes. Okay. Let's reduce the size. Just bring it together. Okay. Okay. Let's just adjust those texts. I want to change it to something like maybe back. Yeah. I think that is good or better. So what we're gonna do now is just we're going to just first of all let's work on the abundance, or let's work on the grace first. Go to your layers and I'm going to rasterize it. Before I do that, I just want to copy the grace to another one in case there's a mistake, so I'll no need to type it again. So let's go to right click on it and rasterize the type. Good. Then we're going to go to our edit. We're going to go to our distort. Let's go again, edit, transform, distort. Okay. Make it taller. Okay, I think that's good. So what we're going to do is, let me just copy, drag it down to the plus sign down there, and just in case there's a mistake, I will not have to work on it again. So we're gonna rasterize the type. Right click on the grace and go to rasterize type. Then we're gonna go to edit, transform, and we're gonna go to warp. Yeah, we're going to use warp. So let's try to a little bit. So we're gonna work on it to give it some perspective, something like it's kind of bend, and it's with the flow, the kind of the curve, as the water is curved, so also the text also is curved. So that's what we're gonna be working on now using warp 2. And don't forget that is after you have rasterized your layer. So I think I'm a little bit getting it now. So I think it's a bit okay. Let's adjust it small. Okay, think it's better. Good. I think it's kind of end with it. So also we're gonna just work on the body text. So right click on it and restore that. We're gonna go to our edit, then warp 2. We're gonna use warp. So also don't forget. Okay. Give it some perspective. Okay. A little bit better. Okay. I hope we have not let's adjust it. Okay. Make it kind of sort of okay for now. So now we're gonna use uh, so kind of quick bend. Let's go again. I don't want it to be too you know we're gonna pick this dot, then zigzag again. Let's use like -2 what we have again. Yeah, I think it's better. One is better. -2 is better. So good. So another effect that we're going to use after the zigzag dot on this, we're going to use another effect, and the effect is displace. Before we do that, we have to make this race that we have rasterized to be let's convert it to smart object. Okay, so let's click on grace. Before we can use this effect, you see, when we go to filter in this dot, and this is the effect we want to use, displace effect. Okay, before we can use it, we have to first of all save the background that we want to use to displace with in a PSD format, that is a Photoshop format. For example, what I'm trying to say is this background is what we're going to use um, our work to displace with. Okay, like wanted to flow, wanted to blend with the background. So what we're going to use is we're going to save this background as Photoshop first. It's Photoshop format first, or we can use that displace effect. So let's just so we're gonna go to our file and bring our background to Photoshop. We're gonna drop it in another. Okay, so now just uncheck it here and save it save as. Okay, I've already saved my own during the work when I work on the file. So let's just save it again and call it displace 2. Okay, just save it as displace on your in your system, then click on this place and go to filter, distort in this place. Then let's give it something like around okay, let's try 15 or something. Okay, make sure it's stretched to fit, wrap around, embedded file, later, embed file, later in smart objects. That's why we first of all converted it to smart objects, that we can be able to use this option here. So click OK. Then we ask us to click on the background the file or the document I want to display it. That's why we first of all save it as Photoshop, because it can only work with Photoshop format. So we're going to click on our this. So you see, so look at it here. It's too much. Let's make it maybe 10. Let's go to filter, start displays, and make it 10. Let's make it 10. I think it's a little better. And then our effect here. The reason why it is so is because this one in this place is somehow affected more, is because when we save this, it is kind of portrait, and the work we are working on is kind of like a little square or something. That is, the width here is smaller to the one I will displace with it. So that is why it is so. We should have expand this here. The effects wouldn't have been there that much. So what I'm saying is, let's click on this and try to expand it a little like this. Okay, so that it will be in the shape of our work here. Our work here, the shape of our work, because our work is not that kind of the size. So let's just expand it. Okay, and save. Press your keyboard or Command S. We're using Mac. So now let's try to work on it again and see what it's gonna give us. So click on the grace again and go to filter, distort, displays, and yeah, let's just change and just two. You see now it's a bit better. It's not that much. It's not that much. The reason why this is so is because the background that we displays with match with our work. Is not, because when we use our background in this work, we try to expand it to fit into our canvas. So the same size of the background must be used in this place, or else it will be just too much on it, because it won't match the work. So I think it's okay. Let's just manage this. Okay, and let's just click on abundance also. Okay, it is already smart object. Let's go to filter, distort, displays. Let's make it just 5, because it's gonna be too much. Click OK and pick the one that you've saved. It's better. So I think it's a bit much, because this is effect. It somehow will react differently. Okay, so fine now. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to copy our background, uncheck, unlock it, draw it down to this plus sign here, and bring it up upon our text. Okay, and let's just go to change the mode of that background to add light. Okay, and reduce opacity to 50%. You can see, and also the the fill, reduce it to maybe around something like around 45. Okay, let's make it around 60. Okay, see, it's somehow, like there's a reflection of the water on it. What I need is a reflections of the water because we have already used effects that made it to kind of blend like as if it flow with the water. Okay, so that is just it. Good. So what we're going to do now next is to bring the, let's say, the man of God. Let's just go to our file and just bring the uh, man of God. Let's go to Photoshop. The, this thing has a background. So what we're going to do is just um let's bring it again. We need to cut off the background. Editor, I mean folder and Photoshop. So bring it down here. There's a way I used to cut my background. I use many methods. So depending on the kind of image, if I go to this object selection tool and I click on it and I click on subject, okay, this is the object selection tool here, and I click on subject, so it will uh the mark it just the marking tool will just surround, it will just surround the, okay, so something like this. Okay, so I go to just select mark and you see, and I try to kind of, if you look at it, it's the edge is still not okay, okay, because of this kind of um image. So what I do with this particular image, when I use that effect and it's not, I just click on I pick my pen tool, I click on pen tool and I go here and I change it to art, and I kind of quickly work. So I quickly work on the head because the head is the where we have problem with. So I just quickly I use the pen tool to just, okay. So the area where I have problem with is the head part, So I just use my pen to just to make a pattern around it, and I right click on it and I make a selection and I make sure that layer is selected and I delete my keyboard. So and I control D to deselect it, and the head, is kind of smooth and I like it that way. Rather than use the uh, object selection tool and it's kind of rough. So, and that's what it is. So, and you can now just click on the object selection tool and select the objects, you know, and it will just the clothes. It's not very obvious with the clothes part, so okay, so it is just very easy for me to just, I just control J with it like that. So I delete the one that you can see. It might not be very obvious with the clothes, but with the head is obvious. That is why I use the pen tool with the head, and I just use the rest to um use object selection tool for the rest of the part of the image. So, but you can use the object to, I mean, pen tool parts to actually create everything. It's very fast, just do it very fast, just make it work on it. So I just bring it back to this here and I try to reduce the size. Okay, just make the size not that big. So I think that's okay. It's okay for now. So let's quickly go to, now we'll go to filter, we're going to camera raw filter. just try to adjust the image because it's dull, it's not as bright as this. So what I use is effect, filter, camera raw. So we come here, the image here, and we try to work on the exposure to increase a little bit. Yes, increase the exposure a little bit. Maybe that's okay. And texture, I increase the texture a little. I increase the clarity a little. Okay, it's small. And this to be somehow. So it's just increase the brightness and maybe increase the temperature small. Let me just make the temperature okay. I can go to detail and try to sharpen it more. Look fine, we sharpen it. So you can see I sharpen it. And I try to reduce the noise. As I sharpen it, I try to reduce out of it. See, so okay, so just click OK and let's see what happens. You see, come up, it's better. It's better. That's okay. That's okay. I think we're getting closer to our buyer now. So what we're gonna do is we need to do these 3 days to grab the test and just type sense first of all. Or okay, let's go and bring our logo. Let's go to folder and bring the church logo. Yeah, I have the one that is already. No, so I just bring that, drop it. That's okay. So we're gonna go to add this. Look like a mental effect. So we're gonna just go to. It's very easy to do. Go to layer and let's go to FX in Brilliant Overlay. Good. Let's change color. So I'll make the first edge to be something like white. The other edge also to be something like white. Yeah. So okay. And I will add to the middle. I change the color to just click on the middle. Let me show you again. When you have already done the 2 edge, what we want to put here is a very some kind of okay. Now we are done with the flyer. So if you follow the process the way it is done, and you can try many things out, but if you follow the process the way it is done, and also you use the other file provided, you will see that it's just very simple and easy to do, and you learn new things. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I do appreciate you. So please follow, please subscribe to this channel, and that will be a lot to me, and that will be kind of encouragement to also post more tutorial, and we'll be able to, when we complete flyer series, then we'll move to another type of design series, and it's a very good thing. Thank you so much for watching.